This took me 3 years to break him down to get him to do this. This is my Justin signed Aaron Rodgers jersey that I got at the Tahoe.
2015 championship used court piece. These were given out to season ticket members when they moved from Oracle to Chase Center. And so not many of those exist.
This is a piece of the 2011 All-Star Game floor, which this is crazy, this stuff to me. I love this so much.
What are you getting signed?
I got like 20 cards.
Here we are in Sonoma, California. Finally it is open. So this is our fourth shop. All of that comes from, just so you guys know, I get these questions all the time, but it came from, cards have been around since 1880s, right? And there's never been a franchise card shop. There are definitely people that have owned more than one shop, but not like your coast to coast franchise. And that's different. So it was like, how do we do this, but also not dilute the character of who we are? Like a coast to coast franchise of card shops, but make each shop very unique and full of character. So that is what we've been trying to do. And we opened in New York. Of course, first shop was in Kentucky, if you couldn't hear the accent, and then Dallas, Texas, and then this one was crazy delayed because of permits and things that were beyond our control. But so now we have opened here. If you're gonna have a shop that has character, you have to have people that run that shop with character and that infuse character into that place. And that people come in and leave and say, whether I bought something or not, this made my day better. So the guys, the managers, the trustees, they're actually a lot more than that to me, but my family here, the Channels brothers, Ryan and Justin.
I'm Ryan Channels.
Justin Channels.
And the reason we're running this shop is because I'll hit you with a quote from one of the best movies of all time, National Treasure. What do you get when you're one step short of obsessed? You get passionate. And that is what we are. We love the hobby. We are passionate about it. And that's why we're going to be here every day running this shop.
Let's get in there.
Nice.
Here we are. Welcome to the California Roadshow.
The Curry 297 Fords.
And the double bang curries. Yeah. Way downtown, bang! Well, here we are. Chris Mullen will be here signing autographs tonight, so very little to celebrate the opening. Very excited to have a Warriors legend in
our
the
trade
store.
night.
Yep, we have a trade night as well, and so it should be full of people doing deals, getting cards signed. It's going to be, you can't think of anything better. I mean, that's a dream.
Let's give you a look at the shop.
Jimmy told us we had full range of vision, and so we originally said, well, obviously we're in wine country. We're in Sonoma, California, so we wanted wine bar / card shop, and I think that we nailed it. I think we absolutely nailed it. So we have our
I agree.
Even the bar itself is half wine bar with the nice quartzite granite top. And then we have card bar as well. So card shop, wine bar.
This was all one solid piece of oak here. It took 4 guys of us, even Ryan and I were on one side, lifting this in, putting this in. It was all made by hand by our contractor. The granite that scoops all the way to the back shelf with the matching counters there. And it just, we really wanted to give it that home feel, that Sonoma feel. You go down the street to a wine bar, it has a very similar feel to this bar here that we have at our card shop.
We have a white oak frame on this this court piece over here. So we'll get into that court piece here in a sec.
So you'll notice we have glass tops with the white oak hangover here. So you put your arms on there. You've got the view here. We have our cards displayed, but we also have this fun drawer feature, 2-layered here. So if you're not like what you see up top, well, what else do you have? Then we pull the drawer out, revealing the second level here. Even more cards.
So what inspired you guys with these selection of cards? Like, how often are you guys going to update these? Like, what's the inspiration on these?
Hopefully daily. So these are the cards. We have a bunch here. It was a rush to get this thing open. So we still have a bunch of cards that we haven't even have price to put out. Our inventory will be constantly changing. We're going to the San Francisco show.
We'll have a table there. Come find us.
The National, Burbank will have always sending somebody to go out to the shows to pick up new inventory. So these will constantly be updated along with the showcases on our walls as well.
I think the inspiration behind it too is we don't want, obviously it's a very nice bar. It's kind of a high-end feel to it. But that being said, it's like there are definitely price points for every collector here. Definitely high-end cards, but there's also cards for every collector. So collector, investor, flipper, we've got everything, few and far between. So
You two are brothers. You guys.
Can you tell?
Sorry, should I take off the hat? Is it like a grand reveal?
Look at these personalities. See, this is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Was your dream as brothers, did you guys ever imagine you were going to open a card shop?
Yes.
I would say yeah.
I would say 100%.
He has his article. When was that written?
So the one and only Tracy Hackler actually interviewed me for a Panini blog.
Hackler salute.
In, I believe it was 2020. And then I put in the blog, it's like, oh, I dreamed to one day open a card shop. And like just over a year later, he and I were on the same team with Roadshow Cards opening a card shop, which was like unbelievable. And so it's been a dream of ours for a long time. I worked at a card shop in college. I think you did at one point.
I did.
In high school. And we just like, he worked in a coin store actually.
I did.
He's been buying and selling, just collectibles have been a part of our lives. And it's really cool because I got a wine degree. And so I get to work in kind of, a wine kind of feeling place, and so cards was my hobby, wine was my job before this, and now I get cards and have wine as a hobby. It's the best of both, and I'm really happy. I'm so happy.
I think it's a great trade-off as well with your wine degree, and then I also, cards is a passion. I also have a master's in museum studies. So then you look at that too, it's like museum studies, I was gonna be a curator full-time, and then you turn it into this, and it's like, okay, it's very similar. Like you said, I used to work at a coin store, and then, now with cards, very similar. Loved Pawn Stars, American Pickers, all that growing up, and just just started with that. What can we do if we bundle them? Just start learning that. A lot of experience in this, and then have it directly translate to the creative energy that we put into this shop. I feel like it's a really unique perspective that the both of us have. A lot of these cards will be here in store, and then there's also cards on roadshowcards.com. The website,
Roadshow Cards app?
Yeah, the mobile app.
Feel free to download.
But one of the coolest things is that we are selective too. There's a lot of cards that are in store that aren't on the website too, and that keep rotating in. So we'll keep the in-store experience fresh, So it's not like, oh, I don't need to go in store because everything's on the website. It's like, no, we'll have a fresh store inventory as well, so it'll always be changing and updating.
Don't worry, it's not all Derek Carr and Steph Curry cards here too.
Even though I wish it was.
Yeah, we do wish
it's not all Derek Carr.
It's not all Derek Carr and Steph Curry. There's a good bit of it here, but it took a lot. We really tried to get a mix of sports, a mix of price ranges, and I think we did a pretty good job.
You guys might recognize this guy.
Hello.
He filmed at the first national for me, and now he's
our assistant and one of the biggest help in putting all this together. He's been a lot of the back end for us here for almost a year now.
Yeah.
I know you dreamed about working in cards because you and I mean, we were breaking in my parents' house. Mike was literally sleeping in our pool room. I mean, it was crazy. And now
I've heard so many stories.
Now Mike you're working at the California Roadshow.
We made it.
You live in California. I mean, you waited a long time for this.
Oh yeah.
He flew all the way across the country. All the way across
Twice.
the country to be here. Twice to be here.
Well, no, I drove one time and then I flew.
So what does it mean to be a part of the California Roadshow and just to work at a card shop full time?
It's just incredible. I mean, it's been my dream to work in a card shop. I mean, I remember I shared a thing with you, email that I did in college. One of my projects was interview someone that you want to be like, or like a career that you would like to pursue. And shout out to Chris Justice, the hobby bot, Cards Infinity. I interviewed him and he actually emailed me back and really got me into the spirit of cards and card collecting and wanting to own a shop one day, have an impact on the community. When people come in, if they don't know much about cards, I want to inform them. And
we are now
teach them.
teachers.
Yeah, teachers.
We have a new role. Yeah,
Educators.
We're all
Hey, all day, our old teacher.
Hey, what do you always say? Cards are the vehicle.
Cards are the vehicle, and that you use that vehicle to impact and bring people up. It's also, I would like to say, yes, our business, we have to have transactions, but don't just be transactional, be transformational. And it's a vehicle to lift people up. So for a while, the classroom was my vehicle, and then summer camp was my vehicle, and different things, banking that I was in. But now I get to have the vehicle be something that I love naturally. So just like these guys.
And you get to pass on to these guys.
Yeah, sure.
You have baseball, basketball, football, tennis, Disney.
Disney.
One of those.
I mean, tell me about wax. What's the wax looking like here?
Dude, we're going for a little bit of everything. Actually, someone pulled a gold Baymax out of that.
That was
Disney
crazy.
the other day. It was
Card
pretty
last night at our friends and family night. ripping the Disney, pulled a gold Baymax. It was super cool.
Do you guys think you'll do more in like for wax or singles? Like, what's your guys' focus, or is it a mix of is it a balance?
I think it's honestly a mix of both. Of all the shops, we're the first one to open with this much wax. I think that we're gonna move a lot. We try to do really competitive prices. We try to price it right where people need to be, so there's not a ton of negotiation. Just everyone feels fair. And
We want to focus on wax too in a way that's like, oh, I'm a soccer collector. I come here. Yes, we have stuff for you. For example, Select Serie A. This is an international release, very limited. We only have the one box, but it's like, yes, this is something that I feel we needed to have on our shelves. You know,
pretty much every box will have at least a gold out of 10.
Three zebras from one box.
5 tie-dyes, a zebra, and a Camavinga to 5 in the same box.
In that box.
And then, yeah, dude, the Select Serie A's, right? It's like
insane.
But things like that.
And so older wax too. We got the 20,
remember that.
2021. Yeah, the older
Mike
stuff.
remembers that. Oh
You know,
my gosh.
Anthony rookies.
We just want to. We're diving into hockey too a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the one we don't have a ton of. I know there's a lot of San Jose Sharks fans around here. We don't have a ton of hockey wax, but we're definitely working with Upper Deck to start building that allocation up too.
So one thing is also nice to mention is we have all these sealed boxes, but something we also wanted to do is we want to have a little bit for everybody, you know, again, for that price range too. I have $10 and I want a basketball card or basketball pack. You know, what can I get? We have everything down below is all packed out.
So you pack them out.
So every box down here is available for pack out. Being a shop manager is now we have access to the back end of all these things. We crunch the numbers. We see what works. We want to connect that collector to a price that works. You know, oh, it's at 50. Can you do 40? It's actually been really cool to be in a position now to handle those negotiations, to be able to make those ends meet. Because I just remember being on the other side of the table.
This kid comes in with $20, and then like 4 more kids come in. They all just like, I got $10, I got $18. Like,
Yeah.
like where'd you get that $14? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, let's make it work.
That's
like,
the guy said.
let's
He's
go.
like, what can I get for $11? And I
Yeah.
was like, that was me as a kid.
Yeah.
And it's so rewarding to finally be in a position to where you can say like, oh, you have $11. Well, you got to think about tax. Like, let's break it down. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I can give you a little break on here. We can make that work. Let's get you those packs. Let's get you that experience of opening at a card shop, you know. And there's one of the kids was opening the pack. He opens a jumbo pack, puts it down, and he's ripping it off one card at a time like that. Like, you know, it's just like, oh yeah, hold them out and fan them out. Use both hands, you know, just being able to have those teaching moments and stuff like that. So you really just make it as accessible as possible. And it's been, I mean, even
for low end and for high end too. If people want high end, like we definitely have those available as well. So
it's 3:30. So we've been open for 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
And it's already been a whirlwind. There's been so many experiences. Like just day one. I cannot wait to see what day 2, you know, year 2, year 20 has to offer, just because of all the different things we've been through so far.
Take your call. Let's see it.
It's a private caller.
Take
So
it.
excuse me.
Oh, no.
No. California Roadshow. This is Justin speaking. How can I help you?
So good.
He's good.
He's great.
He's not bad. I mean, he has a master's degree. So supplies, and we got all Ultra Pro. We got Beckett bags. We've got
Supplies are important. We want to protect the cards, secure them,
protect the hobby.
protect the hobby.
Yeah, we.
So you guys have all your magnetics.
Yes, top loaders we even go up to 240. I know not a lot of people have seen 240, but we got 240 top loaders. And if you're in here ripping too, supplies are free. Like if you're ripping a box, top loaders, mags are on us. So
Really?
come in and open a box. Yeah.
Top loaders and mags are free if you rip a box.
Yes, sir.
That is cool.
Supplies.
Supplies. I see. We got a little Alex Verdugo, Rick Barry, got Bam Adebayo, we got Draymond Green.
Don't skip over the Looney
Oh my
RPA. Look
He
at
grabbed
that.
20 rebounds a game against the
20,
Kings.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
So
Yeah,
tell me
you
about
probably hate this guy.
what's going on in here.
So we've got 5 of these throughout the shop. We got the cards spaced out a little bit because we already sold a lot of cards, but they can hold, I think, 35 cards a case. And so we've got them just kind of mixed. We were gonna do it by sport, but we think just kind of having it mixed is nice. It gets people walking around the store, and so you know you don't want to just be like, oh yeah, where's your football? Then they just go to that one case. It's like if you have it mixed, people will walk around the whole store and take a look at everything. So
So if I want, let's just say I come in and I want to check out the Bam Adebayo, what's the price? Like, would I have to go on the computer or
no,
on
so
the
they'll be priced on the back, and so you can see this one 95.
$95? Okay.
Yeah.
And then do you guys take trades?
We do take trades.
So if
We
I
just-
want that Bam and it's valued at like 95, obviously trade value, you can work it out. if I wanted to trade for it, I could come and trade you?
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll do trades. We trade for wax too. We honestly give better deals if you do trade for boxes. We will trade straight up for cards as well. Yeah, we traded for a Jerry Rice earlier. We've done a lot of trading. It's been fun.
You're the Curry, when I think of Steph Curry collectors,
Yes.
I'm not joking. I consider you the number one.
Thank you. Justin and I each got a display case, and you would expect it to just be chock full of Curry stuff. And there's some stuff in there, but I wanted it to be more personal. I wanted people to come into the store and they see the display case. It's not just a bunch of Curry autographs. It tells a story about me personally. This is from the 2017 All-Star Game. It's signed by 23 All-Stars.
I see Curry, James Harden,
Yep, Giannis right there.
Giannis,
Isaiah Thomas, Russell Westbrook,
Kemba Walker, Anthony Davis.
KD.
Is DeMarcus on there? Oh yeah, isn't that
Yep, there he is.
DeMarcus Cousins? Wow.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
Can we cut that out?
Oh no.
Can we cut it? No, just kidding. Okay, so you have that. All right, and then go down the line. What do we have here?
So these.
What are these?
This is my favorite place in the entire world is Yosemite Valley. And so you can see, this is the whole set from 2017 Goodwin. And so all the cards are numbered out of 90.
Here we go.
Because the park was founded in 1890. And so this is one of my favorite Upper Deck sets. I put this together. It's actually kind of a harder set to complete.
How rare are these?
I mean, they're not too rare. I went on to COMC and they had 2 of them available. I think there was a couple others on eBay, but they're not that easy to find. The Half Dome and El Cap are the most expensive ones. So I've been on top of El Cap. I've been on top of Half Dome, Yosemite Falls, and Lambert Dome, which is this. Oh, and I've been to Glacier Point as well. So I haven't done Cathedral Peak yet. I want to do that. As far as like rock climbing goes, I haven't done. I mean, these are insane. Like it takes years and years of practice. I have 2 torn shoulders because I got really into rock climbing, but I have climbed up about 300 feet on this one, which was really cool.
Wow.
And I have some pictures of that, but that was a trip.
And like obviously, as a hobby, we like cards, but it sounds like this is like another hobby that you like is like exploring.
Man, going out to Yosemite, like if you haven't been to Yosemite, especially this year with all the rain we got, it's one of the most meaningful, impactful, and just like kind of like spiritual. Like the rocks are insanely large. You feel small and insignificant, and it's amazing.
Well, I remember when you got these signed.
Yeah,
This was at
were
the
you there? This is 2019. The Safeway Open.
No, Safeway.
In Napa.
In Napa.
2019. Steph was playing with Phil Mickelson. It was 103 degrees outside, and so at the end of the round, nobody stuck around all day because it was too hot. There was like 5 people waiting to get his autograph, and so I had a nice little conversation with Steph and got him, to personalize him as well. When you walk 18 holes in 103 degrees, like it's pretty hard to forget. So that was really, really fun.
That is cool.
These shoes, I didn't have any Curry shoes at the time, and so I went on to Amazon, and that was the only colorway they had, and so I Amazon Primed those shoes. And so I wish.
I mean, they look really good.
They actually look really good with the auto. I wish I had gotten a different color, but I think like with the auto, they look really nice.
That is cool.
And then we've got this is 2015 Championship used court piece. These were given out to season ticket members when they moved from Oracle to Chase Center. And so not many of those exist. Got both of those signed in person. Steph signed it at Oracle before a game. Clay is the one who inscribed Splash Bros. I have a couple more of those signed, but that's the one I wanted to put out. I mentioned Obsessed and Passionate earlier. I'm obsessed with music. This is one of my favorite bands. It's Architects, and they're a metal band. And I flew to Germany. I did a 4-day trip just to see them in concert, and it was nuts. He went to Germany for a rock concert. Yeah, Slayer.
All right, and then tell me about the other last two.
So we've got ZZ Top, Billy Gibbons, and Frank Beard from ZZ Top. Frank signed it there. This is a self-portrait that Billy drew.
Is that the main guy?
Yeah. So this is one. He's one of the best rock stars of all time, and so it's
so
one of my more favorite pieces. And then this is Danny Carey from Tool, and so he's considered one of the best drummers of all time, and I absolutely love that piece.
What an auto!
Definitely my favorite drummer. Yeah, he's nuts.
The ZZ Top says, every woman's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. You know what they're not crazy about? Gross long beards.
Oh my god.
Everyone at ZZ Top has beards.
Because they all have those super long.
Oh my god.
This is the Justin cabinet. The Ryan cabinet is over there.
Oh, these are PC.
This is our PC
All right, show me
cabinet.
your PC. Let's see
so,
it.
starting on top, of course, the GOAT. You gotta have the Justin helmet. Coach Del Rio actually gave this helmet to Ryan and I. Ryan was golfing at Napa Valley Country Club, noticed Coach Del Rio golfing in the group ahead of him. He's like, dude, no way, I'm golfing behind the coach of the Raiders. And so after they finish up, he meets him in the clubhouse, and he's like, dude, coach, my brother's a huge fan. He goes, oh, is he? And he actually had this is like, I think it's an offensive lineman practice use helmet. He had this in the truck, goes to his truck, pulls it out and goes, here, give this to your brother. And so it's legit. It's like the full NFL.
It's a real
It's a real Raiders helmet.
Do you know who used it?
Not a clue. But so then I took it to training camp and had Derek sign it.
That's sick. And you know, this next one I'm obsessed with.
Dude, this took me 3 years to break him down to get him to do this. This is my Justin signed Aaron Rodgers jersey that I got up in Tahoe.
It says great trivia answers.
Right. So
What was the question?
So if you don't know the story, for 3 years I was trying to get Aaron to sign a jersey because he was signing cards. He's just like, oh, no, I want a jersey. I was like, Aaron, I've been trying for 3 years. He goes, I haven't even been here for 3 years. I go, no, this is the third year. Just going back. But he goes, all right. I'll sign your jersey for you. But you have to answer a trivia question. He goes, come back in a few holes, whenever you're ready, just let me know. And I go, oh my gosh. So I started to, what year did he win the Super Bowl? What year was he a rookie? How many, touchdowns did he throw last season? Just trying to get the stats going. Yeah. What is it? He's playing golf with Brian Baumgartner from The Office.
The Office.
And so he walks up to Brian and I go, all right, Aaron, I'm ready. He taps Brian on the shoulder. He goes, ask this kid a question. And Brian goes, name 5 characters from The Office. And so I don't even think I could do it now. It's like, Jim, Pam, Oscar, Michael, and, or whatever. I just railed him off, and he goes, all right, turn around. And so then I was wearing the jersey at the time and signed it and did all that. But that was, 4 years ago now. Isn't that crazy?
That is sick.
You guys know me. I love Coldplay. Those are Guy Berryman from Coldplay. Those are his worn Nike Air Force Ones, worn during the X and Y era in 2007.
Wow, those are sick.
Certificate there from he did a charity auction, and I've got a stage used guitar pick. This is my collection of commemorative baseballs from all the California teams. From left to right there, you got the Angels 60th, the Padres 10th anniversary of Petco Park, the Dodgers 60th, the Giants 60th, the A's 50th, and then the A's actual 50th game. That is a 1 game off ball there that the COO of the Athletics personally gave to my brother and I. Draymond game-worn shoes.
He wrote Mike Hicks on there.
He did, dude. He's like, hell yeah, those are cool. I actually have the jersey from that game as well, but I don't have that on display.
Dang.
So I have the jersey and the shoes for the same game.
These are sick. And this is your personal touch?
Yes, that's my personal touch here at the California Road Show. So,
opening day.
Yes, sir.
You guys have TCG?
Trading card games, right?
TCG. Taking care of business. Or no, TCG. That's TCG.
Taking care of
You
business.
guys are TCGs, totally cool guys.
A little bit of everything for Pokemon, different tins, different styles of collection boxes, and all the new releases as well. So definitely gonna have a lot of Pokemon. Working on Pokemon singles too. I used to be super into Pokemon during the EX era and all that stuff with the gold stars and the silver border EX cards. I used to open base set back in the day too. Biggest pull I ever had was a Venusaur Holo, so super cool. But yes, we will have Pokemon available, and we can't wait to service all the TCG collectors in the Bay Area.
We're working on getting Magic the Gathering too. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen, there's a $1 million bounty on the Ring of Power, the Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering card. So it's coming out soon. I don't know if we'll have boxes in time, but there's a $1 million bounty.
Come here for all your Pokemon needs. We will have it, and we're excited about it. Now we just got to start getting some Pokemon singles. We already had a call today. Somebody's going to start bringing in some Pokemon for us to look at.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, got to catch them all.
Boom.
We're setting up the signing zone, so when folks bring their items in, they'll lay them on these breaker mats.
I'll tell you my plan for tonight.
Let's hear your plan.
Sorry, check this out.
He's got a plan.
He's got the swing.
I went to Chase Center and got the official swingman here. Now look at this. We'll see how it comes out, but this is I want to have it go crazy. I'm going to do a full name, Christopher Paul Mullen, Hall of Fame 2011, Dream Team, Run TMC, and 5-time All.
You're gonna fit all that on the number?
We'll see.
What do you get? What are you getting signed?
I got like 20 cards.
Oh my gosh.
Are we graphers or what?
Dude, these are the graphers.
Tahoe this year?
Tahoe?
Tahoe? We're in.
We're in. Let's go.
100%.
We're coming for you.
100%.
We're coming for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Rogers and Curry, baby. Let's go.
It doesn't get any better.
Snoop Lion.
$40.
Wow. That's pretty sick. I like that you guys have like, you guys like this kind of stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. We have an ice cube patch somewhere.
Yeah.
It melted, but it was when the,
Now it's a
gosh.
water patch.
there it is.
How you doing? Jay, nice to meet you. They told me that you're excited about the card shop being here.
Yeah, I am. Now that they've quieted down and not banging the walls.
We were making a ton of noise.
Well, how do you feel about a card shop being next to your business?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's a great. I think it's going to bring traffic.
You guys all added a personal touch. We went
did.
through your guys' personal touch,
Yep.
and you wanted to add something personal to shop.
Yes.
But this is unlike anything I've ever seen, and this is your edition,
Well,
or a mix of all three?
it's a mix of all three, I think, because if you look at all our shops, like in Kentucky, you walk in, as in your videos, you've been there, it's the old Rupp Arena baseline. And you look in Brooklyn, in New York, the shop in Bronxville, you've got the front of the counters, the whole Brooklyn Nets baseline. So, love history. I'm a history major, museum curator
Yes, sir.
here, all
Yes,
that.
sir.
But this is a piece of the 2011 All-Star Game floor, which this is crazy, this stuff to me. I love this so much. So Kobe was the MVP. This is from the game. Blake, it's when Blake Griffin jumped over the car, the Kia, and he signed it. You can see huge.
Look at that auto.
I mean, just huge auto of this. And Steph won the skills competition.
He did.
So you got Kobe, Steph,
Blake jumping over the Kia.
Blake jumping over the key, and you can see this on the replays of the games and all these great pictures. But this is the actual floor from that game, iconic. And it's also, again, going back to the character of each shop, they're so different. But this is very California. It was
yeah,
the All-Star
Staples Center.
game was in the Staples Center.
Yeah.
Blake was on the Clippers, Kobe, Steph on the Warriors, Kobe on the Lakers. So, and you can see the sneaker
that's
marks on this.
That is so...
I said that the other day. I was like, dude, that could be Kobe's scuff right there.
Totally.
You know?
And you don't know, but like you get to this is kind of serves as, when you talk about that feel when you walk in the shop, it's the first thing you see, even from when you walk in the door. Cards to me are always the intersection of sports and history. And it doesn't matter what happens later on, like Blake Griffin on the Celtics now, that card, that moment, that thing was what that represented to me at that time when I got that card. That's why it's so beautiful. We're in the nostalgia business. And this represents a great piece of basketball history, of California basketball history, and now it is the centerpiece in our California Roadshow. So to me, to have each shop have something like this in it, it's exactly what we want to be and what we believe cards represent.
We didn't know it was signed, and so the goal was to have it in this corner of the shop on the floor, and so people could walk around, and we were going to have it would be like encased in glass. I have a whole private thing, and we opened up like that's the biggest Blake Griffin auto I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like that has to be protected, and so we ended up getting it on the wall, and our carpenter made a custom wood frame for it, and it came out. It looks so amazing on the wall. Like it would have been terrible to have it on the
I would
floor.
say
so.
here's some behind the scenes though. Take a look at the frame. Look how snug that is to the wall there. The roof. There's a lot of the behind the scenes things that you don't like.
It's in there pretty
All the way to the top. Look how close it is at the top.
This is
For the measurement.
huge.
And then see this? We are not allowed to cover the electrical outlets after they're put in by code. He's like, you can't cover them. He's like, it's like they're mapped out. He was like, it's a fire hazard if they're hot, this whole thing. So we had to get it to fit. So the camera up there was actually in the way of the frame. So we had to get the security guys back out here to move the camera
Also,
so that we would fit the frame. And then it's like, well, the frame needs to be propped up.
This is why it took so long to open.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Dude,
Oh my
the
gosh.
frame needs to be propped up
That
before
and
we put
black
it in the
mold.
air vent and the whole thing. Yeah, he's like, we don't want it to be snug. We don't want to drill anything into there. So there's a little bit of give with the frame. So there's no drills or holes in the floor and all these things.
This is also 700 pounds. So trying to
How
get.
did you even lift this from there?
You should have seen it when they dropped it off at our house. How did we get it off the truck?
It's in pieces. So you can see it's all separate pieces.
Yeah.
So they did it piece by piece, but it was.
They called me. We're like, "How we get it off the truck?" It's like, I don't know. Call Mojo.
There was a 2-week delay just to get this off the truck.
And the guy, he's like, you guys don't have a forklift? They go, this is our house. We have a forklift in the garage. He's like, well, I can't take it back. He didn't bring
It's a 1-car garage.
It was a whole thing. So it actually,
You don't have a forklift in the shop either.
every single piece in here has a behind the scenes, has a story, has a, something that it took to get to the next step. Every single piece in here has a story. We had to redo the whole foundation of our building here. All of this is put in because the wall here was actually on the thing, so all the water that was coming out was going straight into the building.
Look how slanted this is.
Yeah, so we needed to raise the foundation of the whole wall all by ourselves. Our landlord was like, I'm not doing it for you. So
You're probably wondering why even choose this building. I'll tell you, is location. The building was rough, but the location is excellent. And so we went through all of this. We took those 18 months. We told you that we announced at the 2021 National that we were opening a card shop.
Yeah.
It is now June of 2023. We just opened a card
2
shop.
years.
The reason it took so long is we had to have this location. We absolutely adore it. We love it. There's hundreds of cars that drive by every single day, and it's perfect.
and it's in our hometown. We didn't want to leave. We're from Napa and Sonoma. We wanted to be here so bad.
We just had the guy who called. I just answered the phone while we were on the video. He called and he's like getting emotional on the phone. He's like, I grew up in Sonoma. I went to Sonoma Valley High, and there was a card shop there in the '80s. There hasn't been anything. He's like, I'm coming all the way from San Francisco just to see your shop today. I'm like,
we are.
Let's do it.
We're the only shop in Napa or Sonoma, and to be that for our community is worth everything to us.
It's worth the wait.
Yes. It really is.
It's worth
It
the
really
wait.
is.
Like, that's the thing is, we're not stupid. We could have said, oh, let's pick up, move here, and do that. And there were lots of calls about that. What do we do?
We could have done San Francisco.
There are lots of those conversations. I don't think we're naive or new to this.
Right.
But it was like, this is going to be worth the wait, and we're going to figure it out. And then that's so much of life. How do you adapt? And what these guys did is like, okay, let's get on loop and start breaking.
Yep.
And they took that when it was months of slow on loop, and then all of a sudden it blows up Christmas Eve.
Yeah, oh my
And
God.
then now you built the following on loop we didn't have before, and now they're going to come to the show. So it works out. Life throws you all these different curveballs, right?
Yeah.
But you learn and you make it, and then now you look and see it's worth it.
It's totally worth it.
It's worth it. But we'll be patient, and what I tell these guys all the time is panic slowly.
Yeah, Joe
slowly.
panic slowly.
Right.
That was our joke.
Giants.
Joe panic slowly.
So panic slowly. What's the most important thing of doing this? We can open a card shop anyway. We could do that anywhere in a couple months if you've got all the direct accounts and all that. But the goal is this. We want to affect our community.
Absolutely.
We want to do the right thing. We want to use cards as a vehicle, like I was talking about earlier. So it's worth waiting 18 months for this.
To do it
right. And man, it was frustrating. And man, it was hard.
Oh my God.
But then that leads to loop and that blowing up and this. Here we go. And it's like, okay.
It's been good.
That's I applaud their patience. It's
perfect.
like,
Thank you.
You know, but now we're finally here.
Yeah, that's great.
All that.
Also,
Unbelievable. Now we know why there's a delay. I mean, people ask all the time.
Oh
about
my
the
God.
shop.
The security gate was on back order, and we can't open without a gate. The security gate took 6 weeks to get. 6 weeks longer than it should have. That was a 6 weeks.
The permit,
like
the
the permits,
permits,
a
everything,
13-month permit. 13 months.
We're moving the windows. They're all you need a permit for the windows. Also, shout out to the garbage company. I can't stop thinking about sports cards. SGC, baby. Sonoma Garbage Collectors. SGC.
Christopher Paul Mullen.
You're bringing Chris Mullen into the shop.
Trade night tonight. Our very first trade night. He's our special guest.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
So what made you guys pick Chris Mullen? Let's hear it.
Well, actually, a couple cool things. He went to St. John's for college, so I was really young when he was in college, so not that old. St. John's is really near the New York shop, so we got him to do the New York shop when that opened, and then he had a really good time. He's such a cool guy. He was like, oh, you're opening in California and it's near Golden State. We'll do it for that. But the kind of cool side note is, in the Kentucky shop, we have the Rupp Arena floor. Well, the 1985 Final Four was in Rupp Arena, which is where Chris Mullen played for St. John's. It was in that Final Four, so he played on the floor in our Kentucky shop. Then he helped open our New York shop because he went to St. John's, and now he's helping open the California shop because he's a Golden State Warrior legend. So I even have a pennant from the 1985 Final Four with St. John's. I'm gonna have him signed tonight.
That is sick.
And
it's got the look at that.
Horse.
Isn't that cool?
Lexington, Kentucky. Wow.
Isn't that wild?
That is cool.
So he fit with all the shops in some way, other than Texas, but we got other cool guys from Texas. But he fit so well, it's like, man, please, that would be awesome.
It's a Monte Cristo.
Oh yeah, white label. Yeah.
That is the best cigar on the market today.
This one here?
This one.
All right.
This is a Monte Cristo number 2.
All right, yeah.
Why is that such a good cigar?
It is perfectly rolled. That cigar at Telford's sells for $28.
Ooh.
That's
great. Very
Couple
nice.
facts.
I'll bring you a couple of my favorite ones too. We'll trade it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks, Don. Thank you.
All right, that is the California Roadshow. Break it down, the address, some hours, and some final words. What do we got?
I'll do the address, you do the hours, Jimmy will be the final word. All right, we are located at 750 West Napa Street in Sonoma, California, 95476. Hit the square, turn left, we're across the street from the library.
Tuesday through Sunday from 11 to 6:30. So come on and see us.
And your Instagram so they can follow you?
Instagram is at Cali Roadshow Shop.
Hopefully we have stuff that you want and you want to buy and come and see, but it's more than that. Even if you just come in and hang out and tell stories or listen to stories, spend some time with the guys.
Yes.
Like it's about more than just buying. So hopefully we have stuff that you do want for your collection, because that's important. It's what we're about. But we're about more than that. So hopefully you'll come in and see what we've spent so much time working on and the way we want to do things, and join us.
I promise it's worth the wait. You're going to love it. Come see us.
We'll see you soon. And big shout out to Mojo for being here on our
Mojo
opening
Sports.
day.
Yeah.
We love Mojo.
Yes.
Thank you, Jay.
All right, boom.